Welcome everyone to another This is the Police 2 live stream. Today we're picking off right where we left off. This is going to be part 6 of the playthrough. We're about, what, 9 or 10 hours into the game. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. It'll just be a pretty chill stream. Connor, Ethan, Gamer, Avia, Victor, SCPD. Good to see you guys. Like I said, thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good Monday. And we'll probably hop into this and see what we got going on. Smash Mouth and Oct. What's up, Ethan? Thank you for the 50 bits, buddy. Oh, yeah, no worries. Thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, so last time we completed a mission, which got us... what was the mission? It was like the people at the funeral home, cemetery. Or am I thinking too... I don't even remember. I just remember we successfully completed a one of those roleplay scenarios, or turn by turn. Thomas, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're not. Hopefully your work schedule a little lighter this week. Smokey, good to see you as well, man. I don't know how long this campaign is. Fairly long. New phone? What phone did you get? Oh yeah, 1237. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a bit. The Note 9, nice. I had a Note 7 at one point, but then it got recalled because they apparently exploded. That's a good phone. I was on the bus to work and a man threw up on me. Can I go home and change? Yeah. That seems fair. We got this. So our top guy, which is the oldest guy in the force, he is not loyal to us. Look at flower pots, almost maxed out. Looking good. I mean, we have a fairly good roster of people. Oct, I play ARP, which is a different server, but I do that every Thursday. We do some role play. PV1, thanks for coming out, man. I really want to finish this this chewing gum mystery. Is Guzman new? I feel like we're not getting anywhere with this. We have like 4 open investigations. Well, somebody was telling... Wait, can I unassign you? Somebody was telling me I had enough frames for that one, so... Let's put these 2 on
911,
here.
what's your emergency?
Another gamer, thanks for using your Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Deputy family. Enjoy your chat badge and your emotes. Appreciate that Twitch Prime, man. Tell Rachel I said hello. Yeah. You can earn emote. If you sub to the channel, you can get the emotes. Just like last time. All right. We're going to focus. We're going to put 2 of them on here, focus on that, and rest of them we will not assign anybody because we really don't have the resources to investigate all these things. If you're not familiar with this game, it's kind of a resource management game. Oh man, we owe this guy $20,000 tonight. Which we actually have enough. Mr. Nash, it's time to square up. Do you have $500? Wait, why we give him flower pots $500? All right, we don't have this guy's stuff. He wants a gold bar. We don't have it.
514 in progress.
The warehouse. Your mother tell you to brush your teeth twice a day. I always clean mine 3, 4, sometimes even 5 times a day, but they all turn black anyway. My aunt, oh yeah, let me, that reminds me, let me move the webcam down here for this game. So you guys can read. There we go. Freezer, what's up, buddy? Women in our family are cursed, probably because my great-grandmother's quarrel with Lotus, the high mountain spirit. Something happened, blah, blah, blah. Fairy cola, my teeth started getting stronger. I started rinsing my mouth out with this wonderful drink, and the effects are undeniable. It's probably somehow connected with how the creator of Fiery Cola died a horrible death. Maybe his soul is taking on the part of the curse. I don't know. I need more cola to date a normal guy. Somebody better than my grouchy husband. It's been a long time since they sold this drink at the store. Everybody says they stopped making it, but there still has to be some old stock at the warehouse. Let a couple of your not so dumb cops go over there and bring me as many healing green bottles as they find. If they manage to bring some back, then you're free to get anything from my store. Yeah, okay. Send those two. Oh man, I missed the carjacking. No one came to the call. That's gonna cost us.
518 in progress.
Walk on the warehouse with Child's Play. We got in, no problem. Grabbed all the fiery colas we could find. We might have a bottle. We might have had a bottle or two, but who's gonna care? It's a match. Please don't drink that. So we got another vendor. Oh, this is actually going to come in handy because we need some of these tapes later on. Okay. Young guy's smashing up a bakery because his favorite peach pies are sold out. This place has a ton of problems. 15 and 40. Whew. All right, flower pots. Guzman, Rockman, there we go. No, today is just, this is the Police 2. This is part 6 of the playthrough. We've been playing it every Monday the past 6 weeks. Theft at the slaughterhouse. Handyman reports that someone has stolen his lunch along with a valuable officer's watch from the bag he left in the stable. Okay. Flashing lights, probably not. Wednesday we'll probably do LSPDFR like normal. Unless there's some big update on the horizon. A very thin guy is banging a baseball bat on the glass where the pastries are laid out. Saleswoman is trying to calm him down. We'll bake some more tomorrow. The peaches are still in stock. Let's try to calm the guy down. Cop managed to calm the guy. He gave up. Now he'll have to be content with prison baking. And we got some peaches. Oh yeah. Alright, we'll put we'll give you a little bit of speed.
517 in progress.
Vandalism, okay. What about the new cars? SCPD was telling me those are only in a test build or something. Woman was seen pouring fuel from a gas can onto a fresh grave and setting fire to it. Oh, so close. Oh, it's for everyone to test. If that's the only change, I don't really want to play it. What is this? Mr. Nash, you're new to the city, so I don't know if you heard the local legends about the treasure that the forest spirits hid for the righteous one. My brother and me never met anyone more righteous than us our whole lives, so we figured those treasures must still be lying somewhere out there untouched. So we decided to find them, and we figured out pretty quick they must be buried in the forest outside. We drew a map, packed our stuff, grabbed a couple of shovels, set off to make sure we didn't get lost. We made marks on the tree, but something strange happened. It got thick and dark, and I can't remember hardly anything after that, just a constant whooshing sound that pierced my bones. I came to my senses back out near where we parked, and I haven't seen my brother ever since. Maybe he angered the spirits and they made the forest eat him alive, but I'd like to know for sure what happened. If you're brave enough to send your smartest cop out there, I'll give him the map where the treasure is marked. Actually, that guy's pretty smart. A woman and her daughter 6 are dancing around a grave, singing, "The spirits of the forest command you, arise." The cemetery groundskeeper offers the cop a fire extinguisher. I sing along with them. Let's extinguish the burning grave. "What have you done?" screams the one. "You ruined my husband." "Resurrection, right? The spirits can't see the fire of his immortal soul through the darkness. Could you extinguish it? Now it will be a widow forever." The woman bursts into tears, douses the cop with the remaining fuel from the canister, and with shaking hands struggles to strike the cigarette lighter. She's trying to catch me on fire. Cop managed to reach the woman, snatch the lighter from her hand. Inconsolable widow does not resist arrest. The diesel-soaked policeman is no longer under threat. Ooh. I didn't want to lose this guy. He's pretty good. That's exactly what we did. We ended up rushing her. Pigs smelled the bacon crumbs and escaped their pen to help themselves. Together with the man's food, they accidentally gobbled down the watch that was laying beside it. Case was solved. Okay, that was a non-issue. Vehicular accident. A blue sedan was pulling out of the gas station. An 18-wheeler rammed it into it at high speed. Wow. Won't go without backup. Prostitution. Yeah, the other, I didn't think I can console her though. Those are my two options. The truck is turned over on its side and its driver, clearly drunk, is climbing out carrying a fire extinguisher. The blue sedan is smashed to pieces, flipped upside down, and is being engulfed in flames. Side is the one with 2 young children. Oh no. Need to hurry to the burning sedan, I would think. Or should we ask the truck driver for the fire extinguisher? Hurry to burning thing. Okay.
510 complete.
And copper into the burning sedan, helped the woman. They got off with scrapes and bruises. A few later seconds, the car exploded. The drunk driver, meanwhile, escaped from the scene of the accident. I'd rather the civilians be unharmed. In my opinion, that's a win. Like, if the offender gets away, but we save the people. Prostitution. A prostitute is servicing several men at once on a bench in the park. That's not good. Yeah, I would agree. I think we made the right call, even though it penalized us.
514 in progress.
Yeah, don't make fun of my glasses. Several men with their trousers down are standing in a semicircle around the bench. An elderly prostitute is hard at work. Ugh.
911, what's your emergency?
What the heck? That's disgusting. FTM, hey, thanks, 1237, thanks for the Twitch Prime, man. Welcome back to the Deputy family. Glad you're back, man. Good to see you. Turn on the siren, you think they'll run away? Men are frightened by the siren and rush around in all directions, grabbing their pants as they stumble. Prostitute is upset the police frighten her clients and grabs a grenade from her purse. A colonel left me this little girl as a tip. Said it'll make anybody shut up and pay. Shoot her with the taser. Cop stunned the offender with a taser shot. Grenade, it turns out, was only a stun grenade. When she came to, the woman shared some of the wisdom she accumulated over the years. This life, baby, it's a war. You wouldn't believe how many muskets I had to unload just to survive. Yeah, that was quite unexpected. Attempted carjacking. Okay. Disgruntled employee decided to augment his salary by stealing a hearse. Oh no, that's not good. Do we get any more clues? Found new frames. All right. Should be. Should be about done with that one. Large hearse is slowly turning down the road away from the funeral home. Let's block the road. Patrol car blocked the hearse's exit. The suspect realized he wasn't going to make it very far, surrendered to the police. Good idea, buddy. What is this? I'm sure you heard of Sharpwood Ice Run, right? It's a traditional competition, blah, blah, blah. Send your most powerful cop to him and make sure he brings his baton. I want to make Sally's precious kneecaps look like stew. Oh, I see. This is your guy right here. Maybe he'll respect his elders. In return, I'll personally train your guys. We'll see, not a single criminal will ever want to escape from them. Just need somebody with a baton. He is still in the death mobile. Time to send him a check. Yes, we did. 20 grand, dude. So expensive. Mr. Nash, I found 3 boxes with gold. I'm not quite sure how it happened. I remember walking through the forest falling. This might be good for another mission we have. On the old man's trap, and suddenly the sky got dark and the air got thick. Heard the whooshing sound and it seemed to have lost consciousness. I woke up back outside the forest covered in dirt, and beside me there were 3 boxes with gold. Yeah. There we go. We actually needed those for some other call. First time on Twitch, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with the stream. Playing a little of This Is the Police 2. We're about 10 hours into. Oh, did Birch get injured? Injured. How did he get injured? Nash, that kid is tough. He gave me a thrashing and barely crawled out of there. Mr. Alvarez just grunted and said that he was waiting for a man who could break the kid's kneecaps. That's not good. Yeah, we did not have a good day. Still beat him. All right, guys, how it works, we can pick one of these guys, type 1, 2, or 3. I will say these two are both only about 19 tabs. The last one is 34 tabs and also has some type of drinking problem. However, we can send her to some person, I believe, to get her healed up so she doesn't have this ailment anymore. I think I know a guy who could do it. So let me know what you think, 1, 2, or 3. Might be an investment. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to pay to do it, though. 3, and then what are you thinking, Thomas? 3, then doing the getting them cured, their alcoholism. Basically says 2. We'll try this one. See how it goes. Yeah, we haven't actually used it yet. tomorrow. So I don't think Age is going to work 2 days in a row. Get her on shift. That looks a pretty good shift.
Mr. Boyd,
I think I know a guy.
I was starting to wonder if you were going to spend the night. Shut your mouth. Mr. Boyd, listen, I understand you don't talk much. I get it. After all, you would never have... Well, you wouldn't have been able to do what you've done if you were a chatterbox. Yeah? But I'm not asking you for a big speech. I'm not asking you to give me a master class in corruption. No, nothing like that. I'm only asking for one small story about the De Vroom painting. The newspapers never gave out too many details since the investigation was ongoing. But what's the difference now? What's left to hide? The painting couldn't be found, right? You made extra sure that it couldn't be found. Well, let's drink a beer sometime. Not today, no, tomorrow, or the day after, or the day after the day after tomorrow. Just whatever's good for you. You see, I'm really interested in this. How did you pick that job? I mean, what did you want with that picture? I mean, that one in particular. It's a pretty specific choice. You know, it's a controversial artist. The critics don't agree. I've never heard of corrupt officials stealing paintings. They all take bribes, just bundles of money in paper bags, you know. Of course, I'm not comparing you to those ordinary rotten geezers.
Yeah,
not at all. I just wanted to say
this is the backstory of the
even though
first
I
one,
don't
which
know
I
all the
really don't know
details,
too much
I
about.
see that you've got your own style. Whether you realize it or not, that's why the press called you the Caesar of corruption. And you can find lots of kings of corruption in the newspapers. There's a new one every month, but I've never seen a Caesar. Because Caesar, that's not about the scale, but the style. Style is everything, right?
Okay.
Please, Mr. Boyd.
Why on earth should I get into the car with a stranger?
Given your history, I'd imagine that you often had to get into a car with strangers. Back in Freeburg.
Freeburg is different.
Is it really so different?
Absolutely.
Friendlier?
Warmer.
Well, that's not saying much. Anywhere is warmer than here.
How?
Excuse me?
How did you know who I was?
How many ads were there?
Ads?
Well, I'd be willing to bet that when you came here, you went looking for housing in the newspaper ads. How many ads did you look at?
I don't know. Maybe a dozen.
But you chose this house. Why?
Because it stands away from everything.
Well, that's a reasonable choice. Unfortunately, the neckties choose their houses by the exact same principle. They stash their goods in isolated houses until they can find a big buyer, but they don't settle into the house. They let someone else rent it. It's safer that way.
Look, I'm not interested in how these neckties do business. I just want to know how they found out my real name.
I'm not a big fan of drug dealers, Mr. Boyd, but I have to give them their due. Many of them are amazingly smart, much smarter than, well, smarter than your average drug dealer, you know. And the man who was appointed to watch your house, Arthur Sherman, well, it turns out he's quite the brain. He even went to college. Can you imagine? Arthur is so clever that when he realized that you're Jack Boyd, he didn't report it to his bosses. You see, the Ties are a wandering gang. Yesterday they worked in Ripton, today they're here, tomorrow they'll be somewhere else. They just shoot you to be safe, and that would be the end of it. But Arthur is clever, and he knew how valuable the information was, so he did the clever thing and brought it to me.
But how did he know who I was? How exactly?
Ask him yourself when you get the chance. Oh, looks like we've arrived. Mr. Boyd, are you coming?
Are you completely out of your mind? I'm a wanted man. I shouldn't be showing my face in public, even if it is old and shaggy.
Come on, Mr. Boyd. There's only drunk pigs and sweaty strippers in there. Nobody'll even look at you. Don't you want to drink a mug of draft beer for the first time in months and burp loud enough that everyone hears? Aren't you tired of hiding? Don't you just want to be an ordinary person?
You saw where I live. Now I want to see where you live. Don't you think that's fair?
Okay, you win. But I'll never believe that you don't miss letting loose.
That's not the only thing I miss. Not the only thing, and not the main thing.
I understand. Well, here's where we live.
What? We can't go inside?
Well, I didn't go into your house. I stood 100 yards away. Now we're even. Don't you think that's fair?
Arthur Sherman. I want to talk to him.
Mick, bring Sherman here. I'm sure he must still be awake. Sean told me about this Captain Britt Carter of yours. Now, if you want,
It won't be a problem.
You sure?
I can manage.
If you have any difficulties, just let me know. I could... well...
And I thought you were a smuggler, not a butcher.
I don't like the word smuggler.
Then maybe you shouldn't smuggle.
Well, I'll put it this way. I don't like what you mean by the word smuggler. You must be right. Freeburg and Sharpwood are very different. What kind of goods came through Freeburg?
There you go.
Automatic weapons, heroin,
Freeburg
people?
was the setting
I'll
of
be
the first
honest with you,
one,
I
and
can't brag that I never
Sharpwood
had to
is where
trade
we are
in
at
first,
now.
second, or third. But my most popular product is canned soup. Mushroom soup comes in a little red jar. Now this is coming from a man who spent over 30 years eating a tasteless soldier's rations and not complaining. And I can assure you that this soup is the most disgusting meal in the world. When you pop open the jar with a can opener, this smell immediately bolts up your nose. The smell of despair, you know? It's impossible to suck down this vomit without thinking for even a second that your life is going nowhere. Sharpwood kids, when they grow up and leave this place for the rest of their lives, they'll always shudder when they remember this awful soup. But only the lucky ones, the few who manage to get out. The rest will live here for the rest of their days, eating smelly soup and then feeding it to their own children. Because without 12-cent soup, they'd all die. I give them this life, with the smell of despair. Bitter, but life. I don't know what cruel word to call what I'm doing, but I'm definitely not a smuggler. And I want that... Oh, there's your college boy, Mr. Boyd.
Give me a cigarette. Still alive, Mr. Boyd? Oh, wow.
How did you know who I was?
Were you really hiding all that well? You hitchhiked on your way to Sharpwood. Well, not to Sharpwood, of course, but to Big Rift. And from there you walked on foot, but before Big Rift, a red-haired guy named Locke drove you. Picked you up at a bus stop 70 miles down the highway. Buses from Garensburg pass that stop every 6 days. In Garensburg, you spent 2 nights at the Stone Woodpecker Hotel. I called down there and had a nice chat with Mrs. Hopper, who...
Just stop! So you're really that clever, Arthur Sherman? Proud of your little investigation?
If I'd known this
Hey, what's up, Tim?
investigation would turn me into a hostage to rednecks playing toy soldiers, I wouldn't have stuck my nose in your business, Mr. Boyd.
Hostage?
Arthur can't leave
yeah, he's tied
barracks.
up.
It's for his own safety. In addition, he likes to live by military regulations. Isn't that right, Arthur?
This shit you're pulling here isn't military order. It's the middle of the night, but everyone's awake.
He's right, Mr. Boyd. It's high time for bed.
All right. That was a super long cutscene. Yarbart didn't come into work today. Atkins didn't come in. She's our drunk. My TV, the built-in video player broke. I saved up for a year for that thing. How did it break? Ejects taped with such force that my mother's cat was nearly split in half. Do we give him the day off? Keep the peace. I'll have to watch some gameplay. No. Because it's another management style game, isn't it? Mr. Nash, I'm a cook at the police station, the happiest woman in the world. I just got married. They were filming a reality show in Sharpwood called You Won't Want to Eat This and was attended by a famous Serbian chef with a Michelin star. We met by coincidence and realized that we couldn't live without each other, so we arranged the wedding as quick as we could. Now we're leaving for a honeymoon trip across Europe. I don't know when we'll return, but I'm sure we'll have a great time. Sorry about the mess in the kitchen. Hope your cops don't starve while I'm away. That is quite the mess there. Cops wrote you notes for their food preferences. You better consider all of it if you don't want to be eaten alive. Oh no. You kidding me? Wait, I have to buy all this? Nash, I'll eat anything but not chicken soup. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to keep a record of this. So no chicken soup. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not done. I didn't. No. I thought there was more food options. I probably could have. All right, he wants what? He wants a gold bar. Gold bar. All right, we'll get you your gold bar. You need someone who's strong and has a baton. All right. Okay, we got a new guy. Serious trouble. I have a small business. Keep a nice hole where you can take a nice break, freshen up. Customers got drunk and drowned. His body's still somewhere under the ice. Guy was connected. So if his corpse comes back up, springtime, his boys will think of me first and might put a few holes in me. Basically, I need to get this corpse out of the hole right away. Grandfather left me an old diving suit. Send me your quickest cop. Want him dive under. If you help me out there, I'll set you up in your men with a private ice hole. Do I even have a fast cop? Some flower pots.
.553 in progress.
All right. Armed robbery. Eyewitnesses report that an armed robber is assaulting an armored truck. Trippy Red? I don't even know who that is. Never heard of him. Okay. Where am I? I still... Is this just in the wrong order? Like, what's wrong here? Oh, a rapper. All right, 12:37. We'll catch you later.
526 in progress.
Mr. Nash, I worked that kid's knees over good. He's not running anywhere. Another nimble criminal leaves you guys in the dust. You need a rocket man rushing to the rescue. Someone who's so fast the ice melts under his heels. Gave the gold. I don't know why you need it. You just looked at it all miserable and gloomy. If you got a gold bar, I'd be smiling like an idiot. All right, we got attempted murder here. Schoolboy borrowed his father's crossbow and ambushed a rival classmate after school. He's hunting him right down in the schoolyard. Yeah, that's not good. This guy is so picky. Robber in a ski mask carrying a hunting rifle is holding a guard at gunpoint. As he loads a sack with money from his armored truck, another guard is lying on the ground with his hands on the back of his neck. He's carrying a hunting rifle. Let's try to sneak up. Cop crept up on the robber and arrested him. Nice. Good work. Okay, Mr. Nash, that driving suit stank of rotten fish. Anyway, I swam down under the ice, quickly found the corpse and pulled it back to the surface. I still don't understand why some grumpy old guy collected the body instead of the regular guys from the morgue. Yeah, we're getting some money today. So what does this do? Diving the ice hole invigorates the body spirit and clears the mind. When a cop dives down in the ice water, all his problems dissolve. After they die, they can kick back and enjoy a glass of whiskey to warm up. It's on the house for $12.50.
564 in progress.
Drug manufacturing. All right. Schoolboy claims that some hunchback lady grows marijuana in her greenhouse. Do we even have enough? Yes.
562 in progress.
Oh, guys, as a note, t-shirts are back on sale. If you do ! shirt, I think you can get the link. They'll be available for about 2 weeks, excuse me. And I think they're about $22. So if you're asking for them, a couple people are asking me to put them back on sale. Sturdy schoolboy with a hood and crossbows taking aim at a big boy with a knapsack who's running towards some junior high school students. Throw down the bow. Sneak up on the schoolboy. Shoot the schoolboy with the taser. Yeah, do we have a taser? Yeah. Let's try the taser.
526.
Cop stuns the the schoolboy with the taser shot, he reflexively presses the crossbow's trigger, and the errant bullet struck a junior high school student in the neck. The girl had died by the time the ambulance arrived. That's terrible. Yeah, I thought taser was the best call too, but caused him to shoot it. An anonymous report came in that there's a white minibus with no license plate smuggling heroin through the town. Good job, yeah.
555
Yeah, thanks,
progress.
Thomas. Opposite of a good job. 3 men armed with tire irons approached the owner of the sawmill, demanding he pay a fine for the daring to cut down the forest. These people. You're tired. Don't give me that. Yeah, I mean, like, how can you blame that outcome on the police?
538 in progress.
Door to the greenhouse is tightly closed. No one seems to be around for the drug manufacturing. So we sneak into the drug house, which one person has stealth. Cop tried to sneak into the greenhouse, but he made too much noise. Criminal came out of the greenhouse holding a homemade flamethrower. He hastily began burning down the greenhouse. That's a weapon. At this point, shoot the criminal.
564.
Cop shot the elderly woman with the flamethrower. Marijuana? Okay. We got a shooting here. Man with the hunting rifle entered the animal. What's with all these hunting rifles? Animal shelter, and he started shooting the dogs in their cages. That is so messed up. Shoot to kill. Shoot to kill this man. Extortion. Some thug is shaking down a single mother for protection money. We're gonna have to wait on that one. I don't have enough personnel here. Patrol car caught up with a white minibus without a license plate. This might have heroin into him. Let's turn on our siren here. Driver of the minibus heard the siren, tried to force a patrol car off the road. In the end, both vehicles lost control, wound up in the ditch. Man with the revolver jumped out of the cab and opened fire at the patrol car. Shoot the suspect.
562.
Cop shot the criminal, but he himself took a bullet in the shoulder. Large shipment of heroin was found in the minibus, so he's going to be out with the injury. Yeah, it's going to be like, what, 3 days? Owner of the sawmill, bleeding from the head, runs towards a patrol car, fleeing 3 men armed with tire and irons. Ready your baton. Also found this cool detail. We know we can shoot weapons out of suspect's hands. If you shoot someone in the legs, though, they can lose balance and involuntarily drop their weapon. It occurs rarely, but neat nonetheless. Oh, yeah. That is interesting. So they can literally lose their balance and drop the weapon. Assailant ignores the baton and continues chasing the sawmill owner. The man runs up to the cop, snatches the revolver from his holster, and aims at his attackers. So now we got a guy with a police gun in his hands and people chasing after him. Well, we can't let you have the gun.
555 complete.
Cop pulls a revolver out of the sawmill owner's hand, but while the cop is struggling with him, the assailants run up from behind and hit the cop over the head with the tire iron. They cracked open the sawmill owner's head for willingly refusing to cooperate. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that happen. Yeah, how are injuries? Has to spend 4 days, but if it's longer than that, You can wait. I can take care of him today for 100. So taking care of him for 100, that means killing him? We're not having a good 2 days here. Okay. He will die. Okay. Some of the that's what I thought. That's what I remember you telling me. Some of the cages are filled with dead dogs. This is sad. When still alive are barking wildly and trying to break out. A hefty man wearing large boots is reloading his gun. Definitely shoot the man, dude. Without a doubt. Shoot the man.
538.
Copy the man in the back and he died on the spot. The dogs immediately calmed down. Well, he had a weapon in his hand. You must have been in a serious relationship, and you know sometimes there's no living with a woman, but you can't do without them either. Well, I've been married for 22 years, so who is this? Now my wife announces that she wants to divorce me. Can't allow it to happen. I know exactly what needs to be done. Let her spend a day in prison. You can figure out the charge, point some drugs on her, whatever you do. Nobody knows better than the police. Then let her spend a day sweating it out in her cell, thinking about life. Then I'll come in and bail her out. Then that ought to get her head straight. What else is she going to get her? Where else is she going to get a reliable man like me? Pay $100 for every hour she spends in your lockup? Sounds like a good deal to me. You normally put people behind bars for free. What? He wants us to put his wife in jail and he's going to pay us. I mean, we don't need the cash that badly. You know, I'm kind of inclined to say no on this one. Just it doesn't feel right. What's her? Okay, she just has to spend a day in the hospital. That's fine. Extortion. Some thug is shaking down a single mother. Yes. Do we have enough? No, we don't have enough. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna click it at 1 second. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! We just paid the $20,000 the other day. We still have a little bit of time. Night terrors. I'm gonna have to look up. That's a great shot. Mr. Nash, the day has come. We're in the perfect room for our video theater right in the center of town. I got a great deal in the place. Everything's ready. Now it's all up to you. Did you? No. I've never had it. Single mother was late again for rent. Owner was merely reminding her about it. We get a lot of people wasting time. Well, that was available for like 2 seconds. That was a terrible shift. Oh my God, we got 0. We got beat by a 2. He doesn't have any money though. I want some peppers. He's buying everything. Yeah. So, Gomez, what are the details of that? I think Philip and Bobby were talking about it right before the stream, but I didn't actually have enough time. Okay, should we buy anyone or just save our tabs? I feel like we should say we only have 38 left. Let's just save them for this one. We can't. I would buy some equipment if I could. Yeah, we're on the same brainwave here. They need a rest. We got a couple injured officers. We've got like 4 injured officers.
Hello?
It's me.
Serving a
Are
warrant.
you awake?
What do you think?
Listen, I talked to Shapiro about Plunkett's situation. The truth is bad. He might not even make it to the end of the month. I don't know what he did wrong, but the dicks from the mayor's office don't even want to meet with him. But tomorrow, one of them will be considering your request. At least A.V. Carlos has to be there. Do you know what that means?
I'm not... Come on, Reeves.
Plunkett needs
What's
to
up, Trev?
show off, to show them that he has everything under control. He'll need to puff himself up like a tough leader, the only thing holding the prosecutor's office together, which means you're the ideal target for him to show them what a tough boss he
Suspects
is.
done.
To put it simply, whatever happens tomorrow, just nod and don't
How
say
are the officers who got
anything
shot?
except, yes, sir. And
Stable?
hopefully the blowback won't get out of hand. Lana? Are you still there?
You'd really like that, right? For me to always say, yes, sir, and that's it?
Lana, what are you talking about? Look, I am trying to, well, sort of like trying to save you. Don't you get it?
Good night, Reeves.
Before we begin, Miss Berman, I should note that Mr. A.B. Carlos and Mr. Ronald Atticus, representing the city administration, have been good enough to join us. And Judge Hawkins has also kindly agreed to attend. The rest of these gentlemen, I believe you already are familiar with.
Thank you, Mr. Plunkett. I'd like to start with...
If you will allow me, Miss Berman, I will begin. I'm still in charge, all right?
Yes, Mr. Plunkett. I didn't mean to...
I would like you to answer a few background questions that will help us understand your investigation into the case of Jack Boyd.
Of course, but I just
What's
don't...
so interesting about him?
Sir, you ask me why I want to catch Jack Boyd? In my opinion, it's obvious that...
No, Miss Berman, I did not ask you why you want to catch him. I asked why you're interested in him.
Sir, I'm not sure I understand the question.
Oh, well, in that case, allow me to phrase the question more precisely. You like Jack Boyd because with him you don't feel lonely, as you said in a telephone conversation on September 19th of last year. Or maybe because you consider him energetic and full of strength, as you said on another call 4 weeks later. The whole point is that...
Mr. Plunkett, sir, before you go on, I think it must be said that...
You know, Miss Berman, I am a man of conservative upbringing. I always imagine there are certain obligatory rituals and relationships between men and women. Going to the movies, meeting at the cafe, walking in the moonlight. But I see that's just boilerplate romance compared with these touching transcripts. You've quite convinced me that even over the phone, you can create a very close bond with someone. So close, in your case, that it creates an obvious conflict of interest. And although your connection with Mr. Boyd didn't end under the best of circumstances, I don't think I need to explain how grossly you violated professional ethics, and even, perhaps, the law.
Sir, I'm not... How did you...
Isn't this the work of the prosecutor, Miss Berman, to know a little more than the others know? Information is our weapon, haven't you heard? I'm sure everyone in this room will agree. Do you think I would have reached my post if I couldn't gather information and use it at the right time and place? Everyone here understands perfectly what I'm talking about, I assure you. And I have little doubt that you understand as well, Miss Berman.
Now, going against a person with information is like going against yourself. A young lady with ambitions simply cannot help but learn these common truths.
Mr. Plunkett, there's something...
But even truisms are sometimes worth remembering, are they not?
If you'll just let me explain...
I believe we're finished here, Miss Berman. You are suspended from all current duties. Your future will be decided by the disciplinary committee at a special meeting on February 2nd. Meanwhile, you're free to go. We don't need to detain our guests any further. I think they've heard everything they need to hear.
What? Yeah, today's not been a good day. She just got fired. Or suspended. Got a lot of people coming off injuries. I drank too much. If we could get her in, that'd be great. There's a conference today. Paid $50 for a ticket. Doctor with a strange Russian name. No. Let's do it. Family hates beans, but I love them. I heard that today's soup is going to be great. Okay, you like that? Drink a glass of milk once a day. He said it strengthens the libido. So he wants some milk. Not picky, I'll eat anything what they're offering. Morning, I found a box of ice cream in the freezer. I was glad. I thought I'd have a nice decadent breakfast, but inside the box were just some frozen bones. Must have got drunk and put something away in the freezer for my dog, but I sure wish I had some ice cream. Okay. For a laugh, my beer with the hot chili. When I was in the toilet, my lips were burning worse than when I kissed off Stacy Driscoll in high school. For some reason, me and Pepper just don't mix. It makes me sweat. Favorite pastry? Don't like chocolate. You don't like chicken wings. You don't care. 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 I think this will work. What? Well, that one guy didn't enjoy it. Very interesting. Sharpwood is a dark place and proud representative of the Catholic Church. Must follow the activity of the heretics and do everything in my power to suppress it. But this one guy's a tough nut to crack. I've tried and tried, but I can't make him renounce his false prophets. I heard that your guys know how to deal with stubborn people, so let me ask for your help. Send me a good cop for this bad business. He doesn't need to bring anything. He can use my tools. If we save this heretic, then the doors of my church will always be open to you. We will do what we can for any notorious sinners you catch. Send me a good cop. What is the definition of a good cop? All right, I want to send the alcoholic to get her alcoholism treated.
.526 in progress.
Send him the cop you want to, so we don't want the alcoholic to drive. Attempted murder. Some suspicious men at the water tower pouring gasoline over an unconscious person. Fish Tank, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Mr. Nash, I went to the church and a crazy woman is seriously asking me to torture some kid. Well, I'll do it, but whatever happens, don't blame me for it. Heretics love the taste of boiling blood, and I saw him licking when a few drops fell on my red-hot Bible for sinners. Among the cultists of Bovos, there's a belief that a glass of boiling blood can make the carnal pleasures feel like exploding stars. Judging by this heretic's impressive nostrils, he has inhaled quite a lot of the powder they make from Garensburg oak bark. I know the heretics believe they can use it to dance with forest spirits. Found a heretic listening to the satanic music. Discovered that he was disgusted by the cleansing sound of prayer. Then demons wriggled out from their skin, worms in a decaying corpse. So he's trying to break him? What are our options? Converse with the Holy Spirit. Pour the honey of angelic voices into the ears of the wicked. What is this? The criminal is dead. What? This game can be very odd sometimes. What the heck? Armed robbery. A girl with a shotgun is demanding the pharmacist sell her medicine without a prescription. Hey, Fish, I was just welcoming you to the stream, man. We cured her. She's cured. I feel like I need to sell some stuff. Group of men dump gasoline all over a motionless figure in a white shroud and dancing around the flame, chanting "Spirit of the Force, take the soul of the deceased old Marer." Yeah, we're gonna use that sniper. Sniper fired several times at the water tower, and the water poured down from the bullet holes that extinguished the fire. The funeral procession didn't want to get wet and scattered. The only one to remain was a shaggy man with a bare chest. We have centuries-old traditions, and you just spat on them. You just spat on. The man then readies to take a swing at the cop. Sniper took out a suspect with a shot through the heart. Easy enough.
524 in progress. 573 in progress.
Oh my god, they're coming in. Two freight loaders are grappling under each other. One's leg is pinned under a heavy box of canned food. I need someone with good strength. Hate my job, sit all day on a stool handing out medical cards to patients at the hospital, and they're not just full of infections in there. They're also constantly grumbling about having to stand in line for 5 minutes. I can calm down pretty much any grumbler, but now I'm just sick of it all. I can't retire yet, so I need some kind of distraction at work. If you find a small portable TV for me, it'd make life so much bearable. I hang from the ceiling, keep an eye on it while I'm handing out the cards, and if you do this for me, I'll even break my piggy bank in your guys. Some tips on how to pacify all kinds of threats. Do I have a portable TV? I don't think so. We have a bunch of just random items. I do actually. I'll send somebody over. She's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. Police impersonation.
5:30 in progress.
Woman reports that a very suspicious man has been standing by the road outside her trailer for several hours. Assault. Prisoner tried to escape from prison, cut down a guard, but couldn't overcome his fear of heights once he climbed onto the fence. Now he can't get down. I don't have enough yet. He's a good shooter, though. Girl with a scarf covering her face is aiming a sawed-off shotgun at the pharmacist while simultaneously holding out some money for him. Here, take it. I don't have a prescription, but here's the money. Try negotiation. In response, the girl shoots a sawed-off into the ceiling. I don't have time for chit-chat. Let's tase.
5:53 complete.
Oh, what is this? Why does this keep happening? Cop sends a girl with a taser shot. She pulls the trigger. He quickly bled out. Alright, I'm not tasing anyone with a gun anymore. Prisoner tried to escape from prison and cut down a guard, but couldn't overcome his fear of heights once he climbed onto... Oh yeah, we already read that. We're just waiting. We're struggling, man. Wasting resources too. Balding elderly loader is beating his younger colleague over the head with a can. I told you over and over, pick up the box on the count of 3. Separate them.
5:24.
Cop managed to drag off the freight loader and arrest him. Younger guy was injured, but he'll live. Good job. Let's go. Now it's just like you said, I hooked up a portable TV and she almost kissed me. Then she broke a piggy bank, scooped up all the loose change, and she got really stricken and said that your boys would be going to her for training. What was that about? What was she talking about, us or what? So that should open up a new $43. So if we need negotiating help, she can train. So all these people can train in different stats if we need it. Of course, you got to pay money though, which we kind of don't have a lot of at the moment. Police brutality. All right, Voiceless, thanks for stopping by, man. Sycamore Street, Sharpwood's best pickpocket, might be in jail now, but was never caught for that. Holy moly. I got sick, decided, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, blah, blah, blah. What do you want? What do you want? You teach my son how to stand up for himself, then I'll take your guys under my wing and I'll tell them about how to hide in plain sight. So what do you need? Baton and hand-to-hand combat. Good at hand-to-hand combat. Okay. Yeah, I messed that. Hand-to-hand combat would be strength. I'll wait till Sheeny won't go on her end. Skinhead is clinging to the barbed wire at the top of the fence. His hands are bleeding. I'm not using no more tasers. Let him sit there.
530 complete.
He clung to the prison fence for a long time, but he finally mustered his courage and jumped to the other side and fled. Of course. Dude.
515 in progress.
We're gonna be at 0 tabs again. I'm pretty sure. Man in a raincoat ran up to the motorcyclist at a stoplight, pushed him on the asphalt, and stole his bike. Dark Wolf, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. We're almost done with December 8th. All right, cool. That was easy. Stealth coach.
554 in progress.
Night terrors. Yep. Patrol car caught up with a man wearing a raincoat and sunglasses. Order him to stop. Most of the time they just keep riding. Man on motorcycle ignored the cop, took a sharp turn down a narrow alley, circle around. Patrol car drove around the perimeter of the block and was soon back on the thief's tail. The criminal saw the cop and grabbed his sawed-off shotgun. Oh, yep. We're definitely... Can we shoot the thief?
515
Cop shot the rider in the leg. Criminal lost control, crashed into a wall, died on the spot. It's going well. We're chugging through this game. Really has not been that good of a session for us, but you know, we can do what we can do. Passerby reports that 2 men are trying to steal a traffic light from a crossroads. Is anyone's store open? So little. I think I just need like one of every item, maybe. So hard to tell what I'll need, because you never know what somebody's gonna want from you. Well, welcome, man. I'm glad you decided to join. Stream about 3 times a week on here. Mondays we've been, the past, I think it's been 6 weeks, we've been playing this police game called This Is the Police 2. One guy is sitting on the other's shoulders, struggling to unfasten the bolt on a traffic light. Say there, boys, what you need a traffic light for? You're going to turn the whole world green. Let's see what this does. Criminal saw the cop and became nervous. Tim, you're the one on the ground. Run. How far can I run with your fat butt on my neck? I can't go anywhere till you're down. One on top jets down on the asphalt and menaces his cop with a screwdriver. Oh, yeah, pepper spray. Yes. Cop dosed the offender with pepper spray and arrested him. His accomplice wisely did not resist arrest. It turned out they wanted to use a traffic light to make disco lights. Idiots. That's the dumbest excuse for stealing a traffic light I've heard. This town is out of control. Oh, we still beat him. Okay, should we save or should we purchase somebody? I need to replace the pepper spray as a... 3. Jacob. Yeah. Seems like a good pick. He's buying up a lot of equipment. All right, 15. I'll probably be streaming another 30 minutes or so for tonight. It's about, normally do about like 2 hours.
Damn.
Miss Carter.
Forgive me, Captain Carter, but this is important.
Don't worry, honey. It's okay. I haven't had time to fall asleep yet. You came to wish me luck?
I have leads on a number of major cases that I wanted, that I've dreamed of doing. Someone's selling old weapons that they're bringing in from Ripton. Someone else is trying to... Look, it doesn't matter. You can read it all right here. The point is that we've got a lot of evidence against some small-time criminals, relatively small-time, of course, but I wanted to use them to get to bigger fish.
Lily, there's only 1 day left. I don't have any time to get to the big fish.
And you don't need to. Just arrest all of these people. Arrest them and win.
Your father would have laughed if he could hear this, but I'm a gentleman, my dear.
Just win the stupid competition, Captain Carter.
Uh-oh. Now I'm worried. What information did he get? Oh, no problems, man. Yeah, most... Like 2 nights we'll stream around 8 o'clock, and then the last one is normally in the afternoon. Please take a bath. Please. Probably all the unresolved cases that I can't figure out how to do. I need to see actually need to pull up part 1 of this, and I need to see how I solved that case we did in the tutorial, because I don't really remember. I can't figure it out. So let me just pull this up real quick. That's part 1. It's 8 Eastern. What's up, guys?
Machine here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't. I can't control the language, but obviously I'll skip over any bars. So,
Jack Boyd.
Crimes, key events in the right order. All right. To figure out what happened, you should carefully examine the evidence and witness testimony.
I'm
You have all
watching
the
this video
necessary
on the right
frames,
side.
but 2 people are suspected of the murder. You need to analyze whatever
We still don't
information
have
is
all the
available and figure out
necessary
which of them
frames.
is the true culprit. Maybe that's part of the problem. All right, so we've got different clues. Secret of the forbidden flesh. Dismembered corpse of Bob Finnegan was found on display shelf in the meat. The Ruth decided to kill her husband and make it look as though the maniac known as a wrestler did it. Alibi. I was at the bathrooms covered. Starts off with a man. No. Quarrel over the soup. Bottle of beer. Approaches with a kitchen knife. Cuts him. Cart, because it was in his house. So is there an extra panel? Oh, there's no beer. There's no beer. I think that's the extra panel. All right. Looks like something should just basically pop up if I get it in the correct sequence. Okay, let's see everyone's meal preferences. Brother went abroad, brought us exotic fruit, tried it and then got horribly sick. I'm done eating fruit. It's better to drink beer. Well, we can't give you fruit. We'll give you coffee. Yesterday, my dad got drunk, took out some recipe he got when he was overseas and tried to fry some oranges in beer sauce. The stench was so bad that... So no oranges. Okay, that's fun. Refrigerator broke. I've been eating canned ham. I'm completely sick of the smell. Cannot stand baked potatoes. Heard that meat in the burgers isn't even meat. Love chocolate and I love cookies. Not picky, not picky, not picky, not picky, not picky, not picky. When is our chef coming back? Freezer, we'll catch you later, buddy. $3:30 in the morning. That's like Philip. He's in Croatia. It's probably about the same time there. Two months ago, I had a terrible nightmare. It was a little mouse and I was being chased by a black eagle with blazing eyes. He caught up to me and tore me to pieces, and I swear when I woke up, I was all scratched. I don't know how to explain it. My cat, Nostradamus, would never do anything like that. Anyway, I felt really awful and asked Sheriff Wells to grant me an extended leave. He promised I could return anytime, and well, here I am. I've got to pay the mortgage somehow. The Sheriff Wells had a heart of gold. Nobody can ever replace him. So we got to pick somebody up.
534 in progress.
Child abuse. Young son of a hairdresser couldn't sit still and was preventing his mother from working. At first she yelled at him, but that didn't work. Woman grabbed the hot curling iron and burned the boy's hand. That's not good. Can't do that.
.548 in progress.
Missing person. Elderly man claims that his wife disappeared right from the hairdresser's. I swear, just 5 minutes ago she was sitting there in an armchair. Now this is the same place. Those scissor carrying witches must have done something terrible with her. Boy with a burned palm is sitting in the corner, crying. His mother's quietly curling the hair of an elderly client. Let's give that boy first aid since he's injured. Cop approaches a boy, but the mother stands away, brings the tongue up to the cop's face. Where do you think you're going? I'll deal with this little guy myself. Let him cry. You might learn something. Alright, no. You done put the things in my face? So you're getting a baton to the face. Cop stunned the woman with a baton strike. Boy will be taken by social services. Reckless driving. Woman called in, angry that some drivers are rushing around outside her house. Okay. Just put him on the case. Heard that you've been working hard at your job and it can hardly be considered real police work. The lunch menus are a mess, right? You can never please everybody. I understand your difficulties well. I myself work in the service sector, but more than that, I can help you. My cafe will take care of everything regarding the preparation and delivery of food for all your subordinates. You only need to write a check and forget about people leaving food on their plate. Does that sound appetizing? That does. It's super expensive, but that actually does sound like that's kind of worth it for me. Just pay the 12 grand. We'll make up the 12 grand. I got stuff to sell. Oh, we got Sheenie's oil. All it took was some food. Oh man. Everybody's loyal now. Except the guy on the case. Dude, it means a lot. Missing person was a false call. Attempting murder. An indignant woman along with their relatives and neighbors came to the dental office of Rishi Patel with a rope, threatening to lynch the shaggy Indian. A local priest and several parishioners have come to the dentist's defense. The situation is heating up. Attempted murder, dude.
.535 in progress.
Get some catering for the murder scenes, yeah. Reckless driving, another false call.
534 in progress. 526 in
progress.
progress.
Hold up. North Star grocery store. Elderly cleaning lady is beating up a boy for riding around on a skateboard. 430. We need 340. 550. 305. Yep. Alright, what's this? Reckless endangerment. Walking through the forest, some school children saw a girl tied to a wind blade of an abandoned mill and an elderly man shouting something about evil spirits. Okay, and then the attempted murder. I'm gonna have to wait till somebody gets back. Hefty man throwing a rope around the dentist's neck and the crowd of lynchers are fighting the parishioners. An angry woman yells, "Let's hang the red-skinned bastard. He wanted to give me extra anesthetic herbs and I saw he had a whole box of them." The bully takes the noose from the dentist's neck and yells, "Okay, we'll let your dirty doctor live, but I'm not going to go into prison." Then the criminal runs for his motorcycle. Shoot out the motorcycle tires. Cop shot on the motorcycle's tire, disabling the vehicle. Criminal realized there was nowhere to run and snatched a revolver from his pocket. Who's got the stun grenade?
526.
Stun grenade disabled. The criminal became easy prey for the police. Crowd of vigilantes immediately dispersed. There we go. We got to do what's necessary. Maxed out. Woo. I don't have anyone to go to this call. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so close, but not enough. I don't have anyone to go to it. I can hope it's a false call. Young man mowed the lawn outside, but then on the side, the guy did a poor job and refused to pay. Turned on the lawnmower, started chasing him around the lawn. Yeah, I can't. No one came to the call. Suspect escaped, civilian died. I didn't have enough personnel. Fat elderly cleaning lady is dragging a 10-year-old boy around by the hair, has him pinned up against a wall. The boy's crying while the other customers look on, afraid to interfere. Next to them on the floor is a skateboard and a canned peaches. The boy's shopping. Pepper spray? Cop sprays a can at the cleaner. Cleaning woman grabs her face, becomes easy prey for the police. Boy's nose is broken, his hair is torn, and got hit by pepper spray, but it'll be fine. Yeah, I was thinking about restraining. I don't like to use pepper spray and stun tasers, whatever, my cartridges, but lately I feel like I've got to in order to complete it. Mr. Nash, a pipe broke in the animal shelter. Home is flooded. We've taken most of the animals home with us, but we don't have room for the big dogs. Please could you shelter them for a day at the cells at your station, the empty ones? Yeah. Let's shelter the dogs. Hopefully they don't cause too many problems. Elderly man with a gun over his shoulders tied a girl to one of the blades of an abandoned mill. Disappeared inside. The blades of the mill are swinging in the wind. The girl is crying with horror, yelling, "Daddy, don't do this." I feel like nothing happens good with turning on the siren. But no one else is really good at stealth. Like if we go in the house, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get caught. Criminal carrying canister in the hand jumps out of the house when he hears the siren. He pulls out a gun and opens fire on the patrol car. He's our best shooter.
535.
Cop shot the suspect in the head. Cop managed to untie the girl without any further harm. It turned out the man thought the daughter was possessed by the forest spirit of Pyros and wanted to purify her with fire and wind. He decided to follow the instruction of the mill's old owner, Ralph Piccoli, which had already managed to purify his 6-year-old niece. What the heck, dude? We have all these wild people following this crazy nature spirit religion, and they're doing all types of crimes in the city. It takes so many resources to catch up with the criminals from this one religion. It's a cult. We have to destroy nature. They're forest spirits. I don't think I'll be very surprised that Lord Judge Hammond is a corrupt guy. I work as his clerk and I know what I'm talking about. He's the only judge in the city. For the right price, he'll let off any criminal, no matter what he did. Take revenge on that serial. I like saying, but I'll be sending one of your sneaker cops. Needs to be sneaky and have pepper spray. I don't know that I have that. What's this? What's the pepper spray icon look like? I think I have somebody. Is it? Is that? That's not pepper spray in the lower right, is it? Has a string. Is that the pepper spray? No. I think that's some type of grenade. I don't think anyone has a pepper spray. We'll have to wait on this one. Flower Pots has pepper spray. That's the pepper spray? Wait, is it this one? You said flower pots, lower right? Okay. Alright. I trust you. Still missing some frame. It's hard to tell. It looked like, I don't know what it looks like. It's like a grenade or something. punished him. He was sobbing like a wet rag, begged forgiveness, swore he wouldn't hurt anyone. Quirk was satisfied though. He said that at least some justice had been done. Asked me to tell you that he was waiting to give our guys lessons. Vintage. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll probably stream another 10 to 15 minutes for tonight. Today went much better. I think we had one bad case. Oh my gosh. He took whatever cases she had. He just bought a guy that's almost maxed out. Dang. Yeah, he did. He bought literally everything. Yep, you're right. That is a pepper spray. So this is a grenade. Okay. Pepper spray looks like a Molotov or something. Oh, he beat me by 3. No. Are you supposed to lose that? By 3 tabs. We were doing so well.
What?
Yeah,
I forgot to give you your parking
old
pass?
I have my pass.
Didn't Jesus tell you not to drink?
That's right. I don't drink. I already went through that ordeal, but you... no. Well, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, I'm not ashamed. You can be sure of that.
You know, it's hard to handle some things alone. And sometimes help comes from somewhere you wouldn't expect.
You can say that again.
When I needed help, it was an old man named Tarek Palm, former pastor. They say he was kicked out of the church because he went crazy. I don't know the whole story. Maybe he lost his mind, but he sure didn't lose his instincts. He immediately saw the 2 things that were ruining my life: lies and stubbornness. So he locked me in the basement.
Lost his mind? Must have been a smart guy.
He locked me up in the basement with the Bible, the Koran, and the Torah. And he told me that he didn't care what I was going to believe, but every righteous man, whatever he believed, had to go through these 3 steps. And the first step is when you choose principles over honesty. And the second step is when you choose honesty over principles. And the third is when you don't need to choose at all, because honesty is your only principle. Now, Old Man Palm said that he would bring me water every morning and ask, "What stage are you on, son?" 3 weeks later, I answered, "On the 3rd, Father." And he let me go. I was a changed man, but I lied about the 3rd stage. I was still stuck on the 2nd one.
Well, I guess that makes you a cheat. And I'm not going to play cards with you. Don't even ask.
The competition between us, maybe it was stupid, but...
It was only stupid when you won it.
I cheated, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I won because Lily helped me. Brought me a pile of papers with lots of leads. And somehow, this one was stuck in with the other papers.
It's his own file.
Of course, I was going to phone it in right then and there.
Oui.
But then I thought, what will happen if I call? The feds will arrest you. But what then? Would that be the end of it? No, of course not.
Yeah,
there'll be reporters, there'll be some kind of investigation, and everyone will be on the hook. Lily, the other cops, our ordinary townspeople, everyone. It's hard to imagine how this would hit our town. Jack, I'm sure you understand. Lily wanted me to take things over gradually, so we could work together for a few days and keep everything calm, right? But you could keep things even calmer. You can leave early in the morning. You can disappear, and no one else in Sharpwood will ever hear from you. It'll be like you were never here. Like you got off the bus, you took one breath of icy air, and immediately decided you needed to get out of here. I mean, after all, who would hide from justice in a freezer? Don't be ashamed, Jack. Drink up. You haven't got through this yet. I have.
Basically, he's holding it over our head to get us out of town. Get rid of his competition. Who are we calling?
I need to talk to Liam Henderson. I know, but it's important. Yes, I'll hold.
You sure can chug. Drink that whole bottle. He killed himself? What? It wasn't a suicide. Jack had him killed. Because he knew the secret.
How, Jack? How could I let this happen? Who could have done this?
Captain Carter caught a bunch of scumbags lately. And he made a lot of enemies. Any one of those cocksuckers could have decided
Anyone could. Anyone could. Anyone could have. But someone did. Anyone could, but someone decided.
Henderson's henchmen carried a hit.
How did I let this happen?
We will try to find
Of course we'll try, Jack. Of course we'll try.
I thought Willie was
the one who did this will be punished. I have no doubt.
You have no doubt. Of course you have no doubt. The person who did this has to be punished. What else could happen?
Lily, we did everything we could. You did everything you could.
Of course. Even more. I did more. More than necessary. More than this fucking town can take.
Oh, okay. Sheriff Reed wants to know who's behind the murder of Captain Carter, so why string her along? The neckties are perfectly suited for the role of assassins. Who, if not them, could have done something so horrible? Brake Carter was found hanging from a tree. Went to a friend to return his tape, but wind blows into hell. Saw a black van flying up onto the sidewalk. Slammed on the brakes right beside this old guy with the cane. The sliding door on the side open. Inside there was a man with a gun. Where the old cripple to climb inside. Another thing, I just caught a glimpse of the man with the gun was wearing a bright red tie. Been driving canned food across the country for 27 years. I can drive a truck like I'm on autopilot. I was almost dozing too when I saw something strange in the corner of my eye. Pulled over, found a body hanging from a tree. Well, we're gonna blame it on the ties. A sack was found at the crime scene. Inside, a bit of blood was dried onto the burlap. It seems the criminal put the sack on Brake Carter's head while he was in the van. Cane belonging to Brake Carter was found at the crime scene, broken in half. Didn't give up without a fight. There was evidence of a violent assault around Brake Carter's face and head. He was beaten before he was hung. The neck is broken. He died instantly. Remember the necktie gang? He killed Brake Carter under the boss's order. Carter was a serious threat to the operation. Indict. Yes. Wearing your tie is a real crime. Yeah, true. Mr. Nash, I'm back and I'm ready for action. I hope you didn't catch all the criminals without me. This is coming from a cellar like there's a corpse rotting down there. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I think they're just blaming them on the red ties. It's kind of what it seemed like to me. Like I said, this is going to be our last day of the stream. Pretty interesting development. Our main competitor's dead. Bomb threat. Drunken worker threw a grenade into his boss's office, but it failed to explode. Oh man, alright. Yeah, there's a gang in the game that actually, they all wear those red ties. That's how they associate with each other. Our men in mass broke into the bank, demanded that the vault be opened. Bring the sniper on this one. Need like an 800 flower.
.552 in progress.
Drunken worker sitting on the boss's desk, shaking a grenade in his hand. This thing's broken. I did everything right. I pulled the pin, threw it, ducked for cover. What am I forgetting? Okay, let's not throw a grenade into a grenade. Order the man to put the grenade on the floor. Worker obeyed the cop, carefully put the grenade on the floor. It turned out to be a practice grenade. The cop arrested the would-be bomber. Whew. Got a robbery in progress. A large elderly man with an axe is demanding that the shop owner empty the cash register. At the entrance to the bank, there's a frying clerk in a president's mask holding down a grenade with his chin. He's holding the grenade's pin in his hand. I was told that if I'm a good president, they'll put the pin back. The guy's trembling in fear. Oh my gosh, how do I handle this? If you have high intelligence, you can disarm the grenade, correct? Or should I try to calm the guy down? Every day is a terrible day in this town, to be honest. Oh, gamer, I could see, yeah, possibly. All right, gamer, thanks for hanging out. Let's try to disarm this sucker. Cop places a pin back in the grenade, takes it from the clerk, who flees in relief. The cop then enters the bank and runs straight into two robbers wearing president's masks. They are armed and together, dragging a large bag. Looks like it's filled with gold bars. Order them to surrender. The robbers obey the cop, surrender. Gold was returned to the vault. And we got some gold bars out of it too. Be a good thing to sell. Mr. Nash, what a great idea was it taking the dogs from the shelter. Charlie and Art spent a lot of time with them, playing with them and petting them. They're full-grown adults with a badge and a gun, but they still can't stop smiling. No one has ever seen them this happy. That's good. Is there gonna be another Payday? Actually never played the first two. Come on, move, yells the robber, plunges his axe deeper into the counter. It turns out that the seller was stalling for a reason. He had his own axe hidden under the register. The clerk grabbed the weapon, made clear he wasn't going to hand over 1 cent. Yeah, we'll just use that pepper spray.
.552 complete.
Cop sprays a can in the robber's face. He drops his axe, rubbing his eyes with his hand. Police easily arrest the criminal. Shopkeeper places his axe back under the counter. There we go. Oh, is Starbreeze a developer? Yeah, I've just never really played. I've heard they're good games, though. They're fairly popular, right? Assault. Zodiac Stadium, an unknown assailant brutally beat Eli Overson. Paul Blart Simulator. Could be a mall cop. Found new frames. Yeah, we're just still working on all the frames. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. I think I have enough. I don't think he murdered anyone. Dude, we actually finished someone. Rest of a meal. So we gotta actually send cops to arrest them. Oh, he could be in two. Okay. Could be in either one. Secret of the pink chewing gum. I have a feeling this might be the plumber. You want a mall cop simulator? That could be interesting, I guess. Preliminary report. Another one. You missed a criminal. He was here but recently left. Well, we went to the other location too. Fender Cott. Turned out to be a member of the gang known as Woodman. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Well, really? He just stole files. It's not like he murdered anybody. Well, I was in Charleston, South Carolina over the weekend, and they might be University Police, University of Charleston Police, but they have Segways, like the police, on the streets. So, like, I guess real police agencies use Segways. All right. Tim says accept. Oh, $45,000. That was a good day. Got this guy. He would basically take up all of our tabs, but he's fairly good. So if you're still alive in the chat, you can do 1, 2, or 3 for which one we should hire. Number 1's a drunk, though. Doesn't have too many good skills. Or if we should just save. I mean, we could save too. Save up. He's not loyal though. Get a cartridge. Yep. Save the rest. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Not quite worth it. So we just need to select cops for tomorrow. If Age had been working, we probably could have got his loyalty when we paid the 12 grand to get the catering. That would have been nice. Oh, some of these just need a rest. All right, should be a cutscene and then we'll be done for the day.
Did something happen?
I saw the file. Captain Carter's murder. So that's how it was.
Everything points to this, Lily. Everything points to this, and we have no reason to doubt that—
You have no reason to doubt. I have no reason to doubt. You're a cop, a very experienced cop. Much more experienced than I am. You have captured hundreds of criminals. You are a professional. You conduct an investigation. You've assembled all the facts. You wrote a report. You did a great job. You did a great job. You did everything right. What is there to doubt?
Got him. All right, that's it. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We had a couple subs. FTM 1237. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime. Another gamer with the Twitch Prime. Ethan with the 50 bits. And Crazy DPG. We'll be streaming Wednesday night at 8 Eastern. Probably doing some LSPDFR. Thanks, guys, for making the way all the way to the end of the stream. It was a fun one. Catch you guys in. Tim, thanks for moderating as well. Peace.